Well, hello there. This is Glenn Greenidge and Tom Pope, and today's discussion we're going to look at some of the recent findings. Everybody is up in arms about Roe versus Wade, and what are the impacts of the community when we look at, and are there any solutions? Tom, what's your thought on this overall decision?
Well, overall, this is going to have a really bad impact on most communities. Poor communities, more so than middle class communities. It won't affect the upper class. Um, there is no such thing as no abortions. We will still have abortions. The big item is that more women will suffer because they'll have the abortion in a different manner that isn't healthy, that'll create problems for them. And the people who made this change, this radical change, taking away women's rights, they're not aware of this or they don't care.
And unfortunately, I think that it there's the last statement you just said, they don't care, because when you look at the implications, you look at the um, you know, child care, you look at welfare services, you look at all the other services that are going to be impacted. You're impacting, you're adding trauma to the family that may not have enough to eat already, or doesn't have the resources to accommodate an additional child. You know, you're talking about trauma to the family, trauma to the child growing up, not being able to have you know, all of what they need, and then where are the school services and the other pieces are you know, how are they going to be impacted? So I mean, there are consequences unforeseen. So this decision is one decision, but there are lots of circumstances that are going to be impacted by this decision. So it's not just this one decision, and I don't think
And,
that they've considered it.
and this is only the tip of the iceberg. Um, we are really facing an attack on democracy. This is taking away women's rights, but that's only the beginning. Clarence Thomas said that he's looking to expand this to the point where we'll do away with gay marriages, we'll do away with any type of assistance to any type of minority. He's looking at this as a, and many others like him, this is a virtual attack on rights that we consider important in a democracy.
Absolutely. And you're right. The implication of not you know, rolling back, you know, all of these rights. And one of the things that, Tom, that you know, I really is troubling is when you poll America, more than half of America is against this decision. So Supreme Court,
73%.
right. So when you're looking at, are you making this decision on behalf of the people of the country, or are you putting your first, your political and your own considerations before the people that you're representing? Because the Supreme Court is a representation of the people.
This is a national crisis. The president should make this known that this is a national crisis of an attack on democracy. And the Supreme Court has overreached. It is time. There are solutions. One measure of solution for the long run would be we need to expand the court. How about disqualifying 3 justices that were put in by Trump because they don't really meet the standards, and you have items of conflict of interest. How about Clarence Thomas, married to a woman who was planning the coup on January 6th?
Yeah,
That's expand the court is one item. How about Senator Warren's suggestion? Let's have federal facilities in the states that are putting up bans. Let's have those federal facilities allow abortions, healthcare for women in those states, because those states will ban the women to go to another state.
right.
Federal protection should be given to those women. Or how about something even more, drastic but important? What about a general strike, like the days of Dr. King? How about every woman in those states refusing to work, stage sit-ins? This is a national emergency. If that's the case, let's take 40, 50 million from the Pentagon and use that as a funding device for those women who are out of work because they are sitting in to protest.
Well, that's certainly an opportunity. We haven't heard that one. I haven't heard that one before. And I think that that's something to seriously look at, because the women need protection at this point in time. And I'm not sure how they're, going to be protected going forward. So, I mean, this is a serious issue. And I think that you made the comment earlier that expansion might be the best remedy at this point in time, because clearly with the interviews that the last 3 that have been put in, excluding the African-American woman, they've flat out said one thing and voted another way, and at this point in time aren't accountable to anybody. So it's really a scary situation, because they're not representing the people. And I think that is the travesty and justice that's taking place right about now. They're not representing the people of the country.
One other odd coincidence, the right has criticized the idea that we're allowing a type of diversity by our acceptance of Muslims. And the right has said, we don't want Sharia law. Well, we have Sharia law right now by the right against women. They're imposing a really extreme version of Christianity on the rest of the nation.
Yeah, it's no separation of church and state at this point in time. So we're going into times that communities, and especially communities of color, are going to be devastated if this line of thinking and line of decision making continues. Any last thoughts, Tom?
Well, we need to do something, and it would be nice if President Biden decides to be more proactive.
Okay.
Now, if you like what you see, let us know. Contact us at our page on Facebook, Community and Social Change.
Thank you.